Hello everyone, today is a new beginning of a new journey from Kandy to Jaffna in Sri Lanka. Now I'm in Peradeniya railway station, and so I'm waiting to get my the tickets. As per the schedule, I have to get the train from Peradeniya at about 4:30. So it's coming from I had to go Polgahawela from here, and so from Polgahawela it's starting like 6:35 heading on Jaffna. So the train is arrived. Still the time is 5:35 in the morning, and everywhere is so misty and it's really dark. This is Kandy rail station. Now I'm at Polgahawela railway station, and this is the second spot that I have got to stop. And now I'm waiting for Jaffna intercity the train, so it'll commencing from here like 7 o'clock. So the next train will be that. So the train is arrived, and now I'm approaching the compartment. So it's an intercity train. Okay. So there you have kind of good facilities. It's a clean train, air conditioned. So my very first long distance journey in Sri Lanka in my travel journey. Look like most of locals. So I had to find my J compartment. So already I can hear some music. The journey starts from Polgahawela heading to Jaffna.
This is the railway to Jaffna from Polgahawela. The beginning of this journey began with stunning views, which can make crazy any local or foreign traveler.
Did you see that Sri Lanka is an unbelievably beautiful country? Really beautiful country.
Sri Lanka is a Buddhist country in all aspects of the culture and the history, but still it's a multi-religion country in peace. Singing and having fun in long-distance journeys is a tradition for Sri Lankans.
So the parties are ongoing, the local guys are singing here, and look like this is an official team who got together. This is another stop. I think this will be the last stop until we reach Jaffna. that you have to book the train in advance. So that is the key thing here that you should know if you travel on this train.
The railway system was introduced to Sri Lanka by British when it was colonized, but it was not really focused on people and their transportation, but for transport their tea production from hill country to suburb areas. But up today, railway is one of finest and cheapest transportation method in Sri Lanka, especially for the people who travel in daily for their jobs. I wish railway system could have been developed than this in last 4 decades. Sri Lanka is a large island with 65,000 square kilometers in size, including 9 provinces and 24 districts. Approximately 20 million people living here. It's a country close by equator.
The train is stopped for a few minutes and now we are heading to Anuradhapura. So Anuradhapura is another big town. I think it's the biggest town in Sri Lanka, and so it's in central north part of Sri Lanka. So Jaffna is in almost in northern part of Sri Lanka. So this is the first time I'm traveling in there. Traveling on train is a different experience, and it's a beautiful experience. I mean, you can see the B-side of the railway, and especially a country like in Sri Lanka. So it's a big experience. So I reach Anuradhapura. So this is Anuradhapura. This is the north central province in Sri Lanka. So now I'm leaving from Anuradhapura. This is Anuradhapura.
Anuradhapura is the most remarkable place in Sri Lankan long history. At that time, Buddhists played a huge role. Buddhists believe their culture, including Buddhism, being introduced this time. But I have a huge skeptical on that. It's because of, according to the history, Lord Buddha had visited Sri Lanka for 3 times. But why Buddhism was not stable at that time? But why it's happened in Anuradhapura time lately? It's a wonder. I always believe introducing Buddhism to Sri Lanka by King Ashoka was a political agenda of his world invasion. King Ashoka was lived in 2nd BC in India. At that time, Sri Lanka was ruled by King Muttasiha. He was a steady and strong king, as he didn't want to get any foreign matter inside the island, along with Indian influences. Therefore, King Ashoka was waited until all King Muttasiha get died. He was easily able to manipulate King Tissa, was the son of Muttasiha. Tissa was a weak leader that greedy to get positions and credit names from India. So he accepted all Indian culture along with his credit name as Devanampiya. I believe that was the time Sri Lanka lost their pure Buddhism and Hela culture.
Now I'm passing Mankulam. I don't know, maybe you can't hear me. It's Mankulam.
Dig Decades before, Sri Lanka was named as Peradhigadhanyagare, or treasure of rice in South Asia. But today, it's sad. Sri Lanka is waiting to get rice from India, Pakistan, or Bangladesh. When these massive landscapes of paddy fields are empty and suffer all along. These countries were way behind from Sri Lanka years before. But I feel really good when I'm seeing these green paddy fields randomly. 1983 was the darkest year in Sri Lankan history, which was leading the country into a worse position. Tamil Tigers, well known as LTT, started a war against Sri Lankan National Army until 2009 till the Sri Lankan army defeat them. These huge landscapes been highly restricted due to heavy military operations in these particular years. More than 70,000 people, including soldiers, been killed by this civil war was a horrifying feel. Shrimps or prawns farmings are really popular in Sri Lanka with these ideal seawater fronts. Fishing is one of major local income which hundreds of families are surviving with. These steppes types grasslands are paradise for the free cattle with this dry condition. But still the water is available in these wetlands. I feel grateful for this beautiful motherland for protect us even in a pathetic situation which got to happen by deluding leaders. I feel so sorry about the soldiers who granted their lives to protect the country. But the other hand, the Tamil Tigers too. I feel like for what we are fighting for, we had to live peacefully without get cheating on political ends. Because the true enemy of the war is war itself, not any other races or religion. There were occasions in history Tamils and Sinhalese were both fight to protect the country from Soli invasions. Now look how this appearance get changed geographically. Jaffna is a dry place with lot Boracensis trees or Thal palmyra trees are really common in Jaffna. It's a tree which derivated from Papua New Guinea to other places. Thal jaggery or Thal toddy is very popular among Sri Lankans. The buds of the Thal tree was one of major target of Sri Lankan army at the wartime. LTT snipers being practiced to hidden on that buds and getting their aims. It was not the buses or trains that time, but the war tanks and trucks. But after the war, the deep jungles been cut off and flat off by name of developments. It's a really special thing as you can reach any climate within 4 hours in Sri Lanka, like cold, hot, moderate, like that. This is the northern part of Sri Lanka. The LTTs called the rest is south part of Sri Lanka. Because they were trying to separate from the government and make another country.
Now I'm in Kankasandure, so 14 years prior this was a war territory. This is Kankasandure, passing down 20 minutes, passing down from Jaffna, and it was completely a war ground like 14 years prior. Behind me it's Kankasandure beach. So from Jaffna town to here it's just 20 kilometers, and so I came by train. I kept my luggages in the waiting lounge, and then I had to collect them after I spent some time here, and I had to go back to take my luggages from the Kankasandure the station, and from there again I had to go back to Jaffna. And this is Kankasandure beach, and this was a extreme battle like 14 years prior at the war time. There are hundreds of school students are here enjoying the beach. It's It's really a clean beach, but it's quite rough. But it's still enjoyable. So in here things are quite expensive. Facilities are quite low. And like from Kandy to here, like 316 kilometers as I travel from Kandy today. And so the easiest way is the railway, the train. So here I have Jaffna city boys and city girls. Yay!
I had a beautiful time by participating in a surprise birthday party of one of boys' father here. It was wonder how they welcome us on their occasion. They're all Tamils, but human. But simply being cheated by their leaders to fulfill their political needs by leading these innocent people into a bloody war. But today, this youth is so different. They are more open to the world. We all needed the peace.
Long life. I got a very special person here. How many followers do you have on your TikTok? Huh? TikTok 2.2 million followers, right? Followers. A celebrity, Sri Lankan celebrity. What's his name? Vinoyan. With the Tamil Tigers, and right now I feel that that cold feelings, but this is now completely a peaceful ground and totally everything being changed. Now I'm going to watch a very special event, a moment. The train engine going to be rotate all over this, and it's gonna join with the train. So I'll make it video. Now I'm going to watch a really special event. The train engine going to be rotated over here and going to be joined with the compartment, because as per the officials, one train engine being broke, therefore an additional one going to be joined over here, and it's a very special moment that I never have seen such a formation. Did you see that? That event. So I think I have to change the track. So now I'm on Jaffna train, and I have to get down from Jaffna town, and that's the end of this day.
This is the beginning of exploration of Sri Lankan northern part. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.